Like, yo, bro, humans and humanity on this planet is really just a phase, bro. Like, we are literally just a stepping stone in our planet's history.
I don't know, man.
Listen, bro, listen. So my thing is, right?
And when I say I don't know, I'm not saying it with like a intelligent mind. I just want to make that clear.
No, I get it. I get it.
Just like a
it sounds far-fetched because
man.
the human ability and the human ability of just thought in general lets us go so far that we think past the fact that, yeah, this could actually happen, because it hasn't happened, because we're so accustomed to the life we're living, we think that we're above anything beyond our control. You get what I'm saying? We think that we're above anything that's beyond our limit, because as far as humanity's concerned thus far, nothing has been above our control. An issue arises, we go to war, fix the issue. A fire starts, we go put it out. There's an economic crisis, all right, boom, stimulus checks. It's cancer arises, all right, cool, we work on treatment. AIDS arises, boom, that's one thing, but it's medicines to nullify it, not get rid of it, but nullify the contagious effects of it.
But all right, here's my thing, right?
We think that we're above correction.
So here's my thing. Not that we're above correction, but who's to say that we're not here to help correct whatever's wrong? And that was our purpose, right? Like, if God or whatever put us here, we are the smartest. Are we the smartest? We are what I believe, the smartest creatures to ever come to planet Earth or be on planet Earth, if I'm not mistaken, right? From what I know, right?
To human knowledge, humans are the most advanced species.
Cool. On Earth, because we don't know what's out there. But on Earth, we are the smartest things we've ever seen, right?
Correct.
Who's to say we weren't here to help solve these problems?
My thing about that is, right, bro, you have to understand, we are human beings. Matter of fact, let me ask you this. What problems are you referring to?
So, like you said, let's go back to AIDS, HIV, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say, like, I don't know if other things can get AIDS or HIV, but let's say wait. Like, animals can get AIDS because they transfer AIDS.
There's definitely feline AIDS.
100%. Who's to say we're not here to correct those issues so they don't it doesn't wipe out the species? Who's to say we're not here? Because we are the smartest things that we know on this earth. Who's to say we're not here to correct these issues, because we are the smartest things and we can figure these things out better than any other creatures that we know of on earth. Like, who's to say the human race isn't meant for greatness, to be not the end all be all, but I would say, like you said, the correction.
We definitely have that capability, but the thing is, when you get the human mind and just the will to do whatever involved, agendas come into play.
Of course.
Whatchamacallit, self-interests come into play. So it's like, bro.
But humans, I didn't say humans don't need to be corrected as well. We do that though. But we correct ourselves. That's what psychologists are. That's what doctors are. We have these things to correct ourselves. We're a part of nature itself. But who's to say we're not here to help other things? Ooh, this is a good one. Hold on. Ooh, let me sit up. Nigga getting ready. But who's to say we're not the correctness of the world, right? If psychology, I'm not saying we don't need to be corrected. We are. I don't think whatever put us here didn't say, hey, you are obsolete from whatever errors are going on in the world. But who's to say who's to say, because if that's the case, then we would just see ourselves above everything and we would have a superior complex. And we would eventually just say, fuck everything. We're not going to deal with those problems. We're going to deal with our problems because they're not worth our troubles. If we had a superior complex, so that means, let's say, again, so going back to the AIDS and animals, right? Let's say humans' job is to correct that. or correct anything that goes wrong with the earth, right? And we seen ourselves above everything else, and we were superior to everything else. Eventually, based off the human mind and how we are, you just look at white people and how they treat black people. We would eventually say, well, we're going to treat these people as slaves, dogs. We don't need to eat. We don't need to survive off them. We don't need to feed from them because we're superior to them. We don't need to treat them with respect. We are superior to them. But humans aren't does that make sense what I'm saying? But humans aren't taken away from that element of being corrected, even though we may be the correctors. It creates a perfect balance. The correctors also have to be corrected. It may take more time for them to correct shit, but they don't see themselves as higher than everything else going on in the world. Does that make sense?
Not really following 100%.
So basically, you trying to say like our purpose
might be to correct shit.
Is to like our purpose
correct our own
everything.
error.
We are the corrections of the world. Our job
of any situation, any problem that's going on in the world. That's
and
why
on the earth. That's our job, to find out, learn how, and correct it.
So both naturally occurring and
100%
human error.
Right. If we didn't have human error, we would see ourselves as superior to other problems going on in the world.
All right. So when you say something like that, my mind goes toward how would we correct like earthquakes? How would we correct like the result of an earthquake?
But those things have to happen. We're not saying get rid of these things. These things are part of the natural order of how the earth works.
All right.
An earthquake that might, let's say again, I don't know because we're here. But let's say humans weren't here and global warming was going to happen regardless. I'm not saying that was happening, but whatever. Let's say it might have happened. Right? Who's to say we're not here to correct that? Again, it might be our fault. But anything, let's just say, all right, so when
I get
shits,
I get what you're saying. One, it is our fault, and two, I get completely what you're saying.
Okay, I don't know.
Like you're saying, no. I get it. I get it. You're saying as if it was inevitable, and our purpose is to solve it.
Correct. Again,
which is kind of far fetched, because then again, it literally is our problem.
But again, let's say we eat steak, right? Cows also cause the ozone layer to be affected, right? Because they've released what do they release? Toxins. I forgot what the shit is called.
Talking about like
when they fart, what do they do?
CO2 or some shit?
When they fart, I believe it also hurts the ozone layer. These are but when we put them in factories, this is the toxins that are being released in the air. Like we didn't cause the toxins. The toxins are already here.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, you gotta understand how much of an impact humans in general create toward what is currently issues.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is, are we saying these issues would have never occurred if we weren't here? There would have been no issues with the earth, and the earth would have been a perfect balancing place without humans?
All right. It's only an issue. I like what you just said. It's only an issue because what we call home is becoming unsustainable for us. That's why it's an issue. If we weren't a factor, then there would be no global warming. Global warming is a human issue because it's becoming something that's unsustainable for us. If global warming continues to rise, that's going to become an issue for us, because where are we going to live? Where are we going to go? So many things are going to come into play that's going to jeopardize where we live. If in general, the earth heated up over time, that's just the earth. That has nothing to do with anything, because, all right, the earth is going to do what it wants to do. We can't change the earth. We can reverse our actions that have affected the earth, but we can't change the earth itself.
I see what both of y'all saying, right? Mm-hmm. You saying that the reason global warming is happening is because of humans. Uh-huh. That's what you're saying. And if humans weren't a factor, then global warming wouldn't be a factor either, because global warming is a human issue. Yeah. So it's like what he's saying. Well, from what I'm picking up, is like he's saying that if humans didn't exist, global warming would happen regardless.
No, not exactly. What I'm saying is, it may not be global warming that's the problem, but let's say there's another problem that no one on the earth, because they are not smart enough to fix, wouldn't be able to fix. Again, this is niggaology, bro. We in the niggaology segment of our podcast.
When you say
we
that,
don't know shit. I don't know shit. He might know some shit.
When you say that, I feel like you shouldn't fix anything, because on a cosmic scale, the Earth has been and will be here a lot, whether it's habitable or not. It's still gonna be a rock floating in space.
Right.
It's gonna be here a lot longer than us. So to say that we have to correct something is a little far-fetched, unless we're like galactic keepers, or like we ourselves are of a higher power. We protect, like we're universal gardeners or something. If you get what I'm saying, like all right. So for example, you have a garden, garden of plants.
I know you about to go. Yeah, I got you.
You don't water. You have an indoor garden. You water those plants, they stay alive. Keep them in sunlight, they stay alive. You close the blinds, you don't water them, they're gonna die. They're within your control. Unless we literally are taking on the entire role of nurturing and taking care of the earth, then that's a big role. And two, I feel like that now you're stepping onto a cosmic scale, and that's getting way too far ahead of where humanity should be.